Antonio Brown, Lord have mercy. What is AB? First of all, he officially retires, and he retired as a Raider. I don't have no idea what that's about. I literally don't. Um, he never even played one down for Oakland. He went there, and then he froze his feet. He caused all this controversy to try to get traded. He badmouthed the coach. He badmouthed the quarterback. He badmouthed the general manager. He did all of those things, never played it down, and then got cut. But yet he retired as a Raider. I just think for the most part, that kind of speaks to where Antonio Brown is, unfortunately, right now. And that's not a good thing. I'm not celebrating that, but I am stating the facts. It's just not a good look. It's sad, to be honest with you, where Antonio Brown is right now. Now, look, here's the thing. His legacy, man, if you just stick to the football field, his legacy is incredible. Now, the one thing as far as where it went wrong and where I think things went south, remember that night in Kansas City? Y'all remember when AB, y'all remember when he did the Facebook Live after the Steelers, ironically, after the Steelers' last playoff win, that night in Kansas City? That's where it went wrong, in my opinion. A lot of people are going to point to the Vontaze Burfict, that hit, and maybe that had something to do with it. Me personally, I think that Mike Tomlin had a whole lot to do with some of this. And I know people have said it on many occasions that Mike Tomlin allowed this to go on without any public ramifications. Well, you can say, well, maybe they fined him, maybe they did everything in-house. Well, some of this stuff he didn't do in-house. Facebook Live was inside the locker room. He's recording the coach. Who does that? Who's doing that? It was unnecessary. And I think that's where all this went wrong. I think Mike Tomlin had a hand in it, but it is what it is, unfortunately. But as far as his legacy is concerned, I mean, what are you going to say? I mean, if you keep it strictly to the football field, he's a Steeler legend. He is. Now, that's going to make some people uncomfortable to say, but Antonio Brown is a Steeler legend. Look, that 6-year stretch that he had is literally unmatched in the NFL. Nobody's done what he did over that 6-year run. And he wasn't arguably a top 5 wide receiver. He was arguably the top receiver in the National Football League. Heck, if you had Antonio Brown on your fantasy league team, and I was one of those people, he led you to fantasy league football victories. Him by himself. That's how good he was during that time frame. It was just incredible. Does he deserve to have his number retired? Absolutely not. He did that to himself. So his legacy, as far as being a Steeler, incredible player. But yeah, he ruined his legacy, unfortunately, with the antics and the way that it ended. Sometimes you can maybe laugh off the way that things end. You can't laugh this off. The way that it ended in Pittsburgh, whether you're right or wrong, or whether you took his side or Ben's side, you can't be bad-mouthing your quarterback like that. You can't bad-mouth the coach. He did all these things. He burned every bridge that Pittsburgh has. And there's a whole bunch of bridges in Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown burned every single one of them. I'm sorry. He can't have his number retired. But is he still a Steeler legend based on what he did on the field? 100%, absolutely.